The Tech Disruptors podcast is proudly brought to you by channel sponsors, The Average Dad Tech Store and Stellar Data Recovery. Now, on to the show.
My left video just went viral.
I'ma strike back and take your whole empire. Spontaneous combustion. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
How are we doing, guys? This is Jason with Tech Disruptors featuring Darren and Jason, but we don't have Darren. We have Devin and Jason today.
Devin. Close
and
enough, right?
Yeah, close enough. We are episode 22 of 25. It's crazy to think, and I know we bring this up before, and I don't know if you were around at this point, but back in the day, we did Twitter Spaces, and we started there, and I think we were the TNT podcast, maybe?
Okay.
But we had a lot of issues, but it was all voice, and it was kind of cool. That's how we all kind of met. We had no idea who we were or, anybody. We just kind of started rambling, and here we are now.
That's good. Good times.
So I want to kick things off, and we kind of talked about this, and I don't know if I have an answer, but we had a holiday here, I guess you could say, the last few days called Amazon Prime,
Definitely.
Walmart, whatever Walmart calls it. And every other retailer having
all the
sale.
anti-prime sales.
The anti-prime sales. Did you see any outstanding deals, or did you purchase anything that would be tech related that you would like to share? That obviously most of these deals are over or wrapping it. Did Prime Day end today or yesterday?
I think it ended today. I think
Okay.
it ended today. I think it's over officially now.
I know Walmart's still doing some stuff, but yeah. Okay. Did you pick up anything interesting?
I don't think I got anything interesting. I picked up a couple Ring floodlights to finally put around the house.
Floodlights. Ring floodlights. Yeah. You said. Okay.
Yeah. But I picked up. I got a new battery for my ROG Ally. A battery and a new backplate for it.
So you have is it a custom backplate or just a standard one with a new battery?
This is it's a translucent one. So it's
that's what I do with my Steam Deck. Yeah, I got a red translucent one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking about painting it anyways.
Ooh.
I picked up a couple of other things. I picked up some more 3D printer filament and stuff that, again, just stuff that was on sale that I'm probably going to get anyways. So
yeah, and that's it. And I usually don't check in too much on these deals. They don't seem to be that great, but I did pick up a few things.
Yeah,
I didn't go with Ring. I actually went with Wyze. I had a Wyze floodlight in the front of my house, version 2, and it had a USB port, so you could plug in a camera and power it. It was the biggest piece of crap. No, I love Wyze products, but that product was terrible. So they recently released a bulb cam. So it's a bulb, and the camera's at the bottom, and you can actually pull it down. So if you have fixtures on your garage, I don't have it pulled up here. But either way, I picked up the bulb cam, and they have accessory lights, and you can kind of string them together. So I replaced my fixtures on the outside of my garage and added a bulb cam, and it's actually really, really, really good. Does 2K, it's got sirens, two-way audio. Yeah. The floodlight constantly turned on and off and blinded everyone in the neighborhood. So these are more like, hey, the lights will turn on, but they won't blind you.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you use audio equipment. Obviously I have a microphone, you have a microphone, but I picked up some DJI. Now, these are the mini mics.
Yep, I've got a set of those.
I was going to use them tonight. I also have Anker's version of them. Yeah. And they always, even these, they don't sound as good as this microphone. And I get it. Size, in this respect, size does probably matter.
Yep.
So I bought those.
Pretty good, though, for their size.
Yeah. The Anker ones I've been kind of disappointed in. They're not terrible. Maybe I'm just used to this right here. So the DJI link with your, I have the Action 4 Pro.
Yep.
That's another thing I picked up on. That's one of the
reasons why I got it. Yeah.
I picked that up on the Prime Day for like $190. I mean, you can't beat that. I know the 5's out. So I was shooting some YouTube content. I needed an action camera, and I used to have the Insta360 Ace Pro, but I gave it to somebody who rides motorcycles and who wanted to utilize that. So,
nice.
But either way, that was my foray into Prime, along with like baby stuff because I have a kid, and you know the toilet paper, the stuff that no one really cares about watching this right now. Okay.
I mean, I use toilet paper. I think that's.
Well, tech people, do they use them? I don't know. They just use PCB, don't they?
We've got a heated bidet upstairs that we'll talk to you and do all this. No, it's not that fancy, but I can see some tech people, getting fancy with their.
It's funny you say that. I watch a guy named Watch JR Go. He's on YouTube. He's a car guy. Okay. So he works on cars. He's probably in his 30s, and he's a super smart guy. He was an IT guy. His company said, "Hey, we see you making YouTube videos. We don't want you doing this anymore." So they kind of let him go, and he went full time. He's got maybe 1 million or 2 million subscribers now. He does like home improvements. He does tractor everything. Well, he just bought a house in Kansas, and a bunch of these YouTuber guys that live in Kansas. I don't know what's the poll in Kansas, but they live there, and he lives out there, and he lives on a farm, and he built a $10,000 bathroom, and you're thinking, oh, it's huge. It's just like a toilet, a shelf, and a vanity. That's it. But he's got this smart toilet that's heated. The seat lifts up and goes down when it senses someone getting close. It's crazy. He said it cost him like $8,000. I'm thinking, I'm going to say Kohler. Man. He was a big Kohler guy, so I don't know. I just thought I'd share that after you.
Yeah, I think is the peak. That's how there won't be a lot of signs when I win the lottery, but there will be signs if you see me with a toilet like that.
Okay, so I want to get started on the first thing here. And it's phone related, of course. We had a big release. I don't know if anybody watching has heard. Maybe not. I mean, maybe you didn't, Devin. I live under a rock, so I just found out today. But Samsung had an Unpacked event. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing it up because I did see somebody tweet about it, but I completely forgot at this point that it happened. So
I'll give you my real quick opinion, just real quick.
Okay. All right.
As somebody, I know me and Darren quite frequently import phones. He's more of a folding guy. My first folding phone was the Galaxy Fold 1, the first one. And I thought it was magical. They sent me this big package with headphones, earbuds, cases. I mean, it was amazing. And then it kind of, as it got more mainstream, kind of got cheaper. Now they barely include anything.
Yep.
But Darren imports a lot from Honor and Vivo, and so do I, but he's more the folding guy. I'm on the fence with foldings and flips just because the screens do break. And to quote Dan from Grounded Tech, who he quite frequents our show, he mentioned that typically in flip phones, 2 to 3 years screen life, especially on a flip because you're opening it a lot more.
Sure.
So the big to do is this phone is thinner, it's faster, it's got some cool colors. I mean, as you can see, it's a blue color that everyone seems to love, and a lot of the big YouTubers are like, "Oh, it's back! Samsung's back! They've changed the world, and it's going to be a big deal." I don't know if I'm sold yet. So here's my thing: you spent a year to make it thinner. Congratulations. That's a huge thing. Making phones thin is not easy. But the cameras still aren't the best. I get it. The battery's still exactly the same, which blows my mind.
Right, when it's thinner.
Well, silicon carbon's out. They could have fit more in there.
Fair.
And I don't know why Apple and Samsung are so against it. Maybe Samsung's just scared after the Note 7 blew up, and maybe they're just kind of worried about the tech.
Yeah, they're working on their battery tech still, I feel.
My biggest thing is $1,999. It's not the most technologically advanced. Now, I'm not saying that to be pessimistic. It's a great device. It's Samsung. It's got Google services.
Right?
There's better options out there that we don't get in the U.S. I'm not sold for $2,000. Now, that's me. I'm kind of backing out of foldables. I haven't been really happy with what we get in the U.S., but what are your thoughts?
I mean, to me, you mentioned like the camera wasn't the best. And I look at this device and I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't think I'm getting this device for the cameras. Like, yeah, it's great to have cameras on there, but like that's not the main feature for me. The fact that they removed S Pen support.
Yes, they removed that. Well, Devin,
that's crazy to me.
I think that's another reason why it's thinner, because they could remove that digitizer. I know I'm not making excuses for them, but that.
But why? Why would they do that?
Well, here's my
thing. That's why I would get this device, is so that I can use it with stuff like that. Like,
well, this also, does this spell the death of the S Pen in the Note in the S series? And does the trifold device going to have support? Probably not.
Yeah, I imagine that. Yeah, this is the death of the S Pen at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get one at all next year, type of thing. Which is sad, but it's just the way that these things go, right? Is these companies say, oh, well, nobody else is doing it, nobody else wants it, but gosh, I don't know how that's not such a differentiator. When I think the last Ultra device I had was the 23. But
okay,
man,
I had the 25.
I use my S Pen all the time. I love that thing.
So,
that's the reason why I like that device.
We had a conversation with Sam, and he was on last week, and I think he uses a Motorola stylus, which they're the only other company I think that really promotes the stylus in a phone, and it's not smart. And Samsung is slowly starting to take away the smarts of the S Pen, but it still worked. I'll be honest, and I think I'm in the majority, Devin. I don't think a lot of people use it. Now, with that being said, they still should have the option. We know the Fold 7 doesn't, or the Folds never had it built in like the Note or the
Note
series, the S series. But give us the option.
Yeah.
And if they're going to take away the S series, bring back the Note, because people want that option. I think it's a financial thing. You know, no one, people are tightening up their pockets. I mean, companies want to make millions of dollars, but not, or billions of dollars, but they take away features. I was really, you're right. I think you're reminding me about that S Pen. That's, so besides the S Pen being taken away, you mentioned the cameras, but for $2,000, don't you want?
Sure.
I mean, the cameras aren't terrible. Don't get me wrong.
I just feel like if I'm buying specifically this device, I'm not buying it for the cameras. Yes,
just
I
buy
want
a camera
on it. Exactly. And I think that's where we're getting to. I don't know why somebody would buy this device, to be completely honest.
I mean, the OnePlus Open had probably better sensors, but look at the chunky it was in the back.
Yeah.
So if you want, I mean, again, going back with Sam, he had the Microsoft Duo 1, and it had terrible cameras. The Duo 2, they made the cameras better, but then it had a big hump on the back, and people complained.
Mm-hmm.
That's another issue with this. He's watched MKBHD and like Mr. Who's the Boss. They stuck it on the table and they wobble. Do people actually care about the wobble of their phone?
I don't know. I mean, I could see caring about it. Is that a make or break of buying a phone? No.
I always put a case on my phones, and I've never really worried about a wobble.
Yeah.
But I guess you got to have content.
Right. You got to say something about it.
So in addition to the 7, they also released the 8 series watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you a watch? Now, you do have the OnePlus watch, right?
I do. Yep. Yeah. And at this point,
here.
Yeah, I watches don't get me nearly as excited. Like, I just for me, my watch is literally it's a watch, and I use it for notifications.
Well, the big controversy here is the Squircle. Like, it's a square body, but I don't know if you can see that. But I think it looks classy. I don't think it looks bad at all. It doesn't bother me one bit.
I think it looks bad.
I am mad about the Ultra. Like, it's the same exact watch with some more memory. I wanted to see them upgrade the processor, which they did, make the battery life better. All this health stuff is fantastic. I will give them that. Yeah. But one omission, and I'm in the minority this time, the Pixel Watch, the Apple Watch, they have ultra wideband. So you can, for like Find My Device, for more precise, more specifically, you can use the watch to start your Tesla, like get in without having your phone in your hand. I don't think the Watch 8 series supports it still. I mean, that's a make or break for me, because even though Tesla doesn't officially support Wear OS, there's workarounds, and people have made some apps that work pretty good. I don't use my Pixel Watch anymore. I still have it, but I don't know. So overall, I mean, my biggest issue with the whole event was I wanted to see the trifold.
Right?
I did.
And I wasn't expecting it at all, to be 100% honest. I wasn't expecting them to. And then when they didn't talk about it, I was like, all right, makes sense to me. They weren't going to talk about it anyways.
Right.
And then it was either that night or the next morning, and some exec is talking about, oh yeah, it's coming this year.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wouldn't you want to tease it now? They didn't tease that. They didn't tease what's the headset they're working on. They mentioned it in passing, but they've already teased that. But I'm like,
that feels like you either somebody spilled the beans accidentally, or I don't know. That I don't think that person was supposed to say that, or that was Samsung marketing that was like, oh shoot, we did really miss that. How did we miss that opportunity?
Someone get out there and say something.
Yeah, like, oh gosh, I guess people really did want that thing. Okay, yeah, go tell them it's coming this year. Like,
yeah.
What that feels like, just a marketing disaster, whatever they did.
I can't think I was the only one waiting for it, and that Apple used to do that, and then there's more, like one more thing. I don't know. The other thing is, like, I don't know if
they just wanted everybody to pre-order this first and not wait.
It's all about the money. Yeah, they're like, well, why would we announce it when people won't order it? Yeah. So, I don't know. That was kind of a letdown.
That's going to be?
That's what I was going to say. The Fold 7 is let's just say it. In the U.S., it's $2,000. If Darren was here, he'd say in Canada it's $18,000. What do you think? I'm gonna say $3,300 to $3,500.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's got to be well over that 3,000 mark.
Well, we know Huawei's out there with their Mate, whatever they call it. I don't remember off the top of my head. And I'd love to import it, but for like $4,000 or $5,000 it would cost, and not having Google services, it's not worth it. But a company is trying to beat Samsung to the punch. So a company called Techno, again, not available in the U.S. Now, I know some U.S., and I think Darren's even got his hands on a few Technos. I was told by a guy who works with them and gets their devices and reviews them, they don't work in the U.S. I find that hard to believe. But I don't know. I've never had one in my hand. And this company is a niche company. They do make some folds, and I don't know if they do make a flip phone, I think. But in a brief,
they make a lot of random, very cool phones.
And the thing is they're usually mid-range to budget, and they usually punch way above their price range.
Yep.
With that being said, I've never had one in my hand.
Yeah.
But it says here in a brief press release, Techno announced the Phantom Ultimate G Fold. Damn, that's a mouthful. Would make its official debut in mid-July. Wait, aren't we in mid-July? So in the coming days,
we are in July.
Well, it says here in the coming days after Samsung is rumored to debut its own. So since Samsung didn't announce it, maybe they're going to pull back a little bit. I don't know.
Could be.
But they shared some images. I don't know what that was. That's not the image I was looking for. But it says here the Phantom D is a concept. So this is a concept phone. Who knows if it actually ever come out?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Is trifold the way?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week, and I think it really is a solid, again, end game at this point. Is it the way to go today? No, probably not. But is that a pretty solid end game? I think so. And with how these phones are progressing, I think that it makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
If I think though that like we're never going to get to a point where that's the only kind of phone. Like I don't think the regular, slab phone that we have today is going away anytime soon.
No.
You're still always just going to have these options between those. But for the people that the tablet and the phone all in one, like that's a pretty solid device.
I mean, I'll be honest. We talked about it before we started. The Nothing Phone 3 gets a lot of hate. It's not a flagship. It's too expensive. And I agree. If it came in at $699, maybe more people would buy it. But when you say flagship, like the Flip or the Fold 7 seems like a flagship for Samsung, right? That's their best phone. And while Honor might make a better phone, that is their best phone. That's their best stab at it. Well, at least that's what we think. Sure. My thing is with the Nothing Phone 3, I'd rather have the Nothing Phone 3 than the Flip 7 just because I don't need the Flip right now, and it's $2,000. Yeah. So, for example, the Nothing Phone 3 in the U.S., now I think the pre-orders are over now. If you pre-order the phone, it was $799, 16 gig, 512. Came with free ear ones, I believe.
Okay.
And then if you bought the headphones, the other controversial product they made, you got, in the U.S., they knocked $50 off. So you could get the phone, the headphones, and the earbuds for about $1,000. And the problem is people are saying, well, $799. That's not, to me, 16 gig 512 kind of eases that price. But this is Nothing's best phone to date. Yeah. So wouldn't this be their flagship?
For sure.
That's the way I argue it. Like, it's not a true flagship based on everybody else's flagship, but it's their flagship.
Yeah. I can see that. There. Sure. I mean, I think that it's a pretty solid phone, and I have no problems with them calling it a flagship phone at this point. I don't know. That it's kind of a weird term anyways, right?
Right.
Up for debate, but
yeah. I'm going to touch on something a little scary. Now I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I shouldn't say scary. Controversial again. Okay. It's not really a hot take. I mean, it depends on which side of the camp you're on. Kind of like politics, there's sides you can be on. What's your main primary device that you use? Is it Android or iOS?
Android.
Okay. And I have both, but my primary is in Chinese Android. So it does have some features missing. But I was saying this article, what's the website here? Oh, Gizmodo. I don't know if you ever follow Gizmodo before. They have some interesting things. They released an article says this: everyone is yelling at Apple. And there's a picture of a boycott sprayed on the window. Now, I know there's a lot of hate with this new liquid glass design. And I know we talked about it before, iOS 26. And they've actually, the latest beta, it's pretty much gone. Like they've taken it away. So there's hate. But this one says it's also have become the latest target of climate change activists. I don't know. I mean, that's got to be an ongoing issue with a lot of companies.
Yeah, right.
But there was something in here. So Trump is mad at him because he wants phones made here, U.S.
Sure.
And I don't know. So do you think Apple? So we know there's always anybody who's in the spotlight's going to have controversy. We already know that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Never going to please everybody.
Do you think that Apple gets a lot of hate, at least currently in the climate we're in?
I mean, I could. I don't think to be honest. Oh, I'm trying to think of. I mean, this is. I feel like a big question, and to be fair, I mean, I don't know if Apple gets as much hate as they deserve. To be honest,
ooh.
For the longest, this is what I tell everybody. Like, Apple is an absolutely incredible company.
Mm-hmm.
They do so many things right. Their marketing is going to be the center point of marketing college courses.
Well, unless
for
they
the next
smash a bunch of
years,
they smash a bunch of nice stuff into an iPad.
Sure. I mean, yeah, they've had their misses, but the fact that they have convinced so many people to buy a phone and then buy a lightning cable to charge it instead of using the standard that is 10 times cheaper, like, the brilliant business.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of money. Is it good for the consumer though?
No.
The
it's
Walled
not. Garden is a marketing machine. Subscription services, which have been around forever, is a marketing machine. They lock you into the Apple, the iPhone, the watch, the MacBook. If you like that, the tablet, everything works seamlessly. It does. It's not a bad product, but I mean, the hate here is, they don't innovate enough. That's one of the criticisms. They slowed down on innovation. Trump is saying here that, hey, I don't want you moving because they said we're going to move to India. I don't want you moving to India, 25% tax. But I think even with the 25% tax tariff, even with that tariff, I still think it'd be cheaper to make these in India or China, because here in the U.S., I can't imagine it would be easy just to sell.
It's only going to be 25% more expensive to pay American workers.
Yeah, and I made a comment on X the other day. People are complaining about Nothing Phone 3 again. I keep bringing it up, and people are comparing it to the iPhone. Okay, here's the problem: if you an Android user and you don't like Nothing Phone 3, you don't have to buy it.
Yep.
You can buy whatever you want. You can buy a Samsung. Well, the numbers are going down, but you can buy whatever you want. You can import whatever you want, and you can use it.
Yep.
With Apple, you get what they give you, and you don't have a choice. I mean, you have some choice in size, and they've been better, but some of their misses, the Vision Pro, the 13 and the 12 mini series, the Plus series, I can't imagine those Plus series phones are selling very well.
Those are the ones that they advertise for some reason.
Well, it's probably because they have stockpiles of them. They can't get rid of them. But I'm saying Apple is not, and they're not perfect.
Yeah.
And I just think that the hate, I like what you said. I don't think they get enough hate. Because here's what happens. I have people that say, why would you buy Android? Apple's the best. Everyone's going to have their opinion. But what I always say is, that's fine. I have both. But if Apple takes over the U.S. and we have no other choice, that is terrible for consumers.
100%.
You can like what you want, but if we don't have anything, what's the point? I don't know. It's kind of sad, but I kind of like it. I've never was a big Apple fan, but I have an iPhone, so I know, I understand. I've used iPads before. I do not like Mac OS, and it's not because it's bad. It's just I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah.
As simple as that. I thought it'd be a lot like Windows. It's not a lot. It's similar.
Not anymore.
No.
I went through a huge Apple fanboy stage, like end of high school, going into college. And as soon as the funniest thing was that I literally became a massive Apple fanboy, and then my first job out of college was with Microsoft. So I was like, oh,
cool.
I guess I'll stop using Apple products for a while, and then I started actually using other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized how much I didn't need the Apple ecosystem anymore.
Interesting. I'm not stuck in it, so I guess that's where I'm good. So I wanted to do a story just for Darren. I know he's not here. He's probably not watching. He's probably it's 3 or 4 in the morning there. I don't even know.
That's fine.
So he likes to talk about robots and AI, and I tended to focus on not that. So a news article came out of Detroit. After a stroll in Detroit, a humanoid robot goes viral. Now, I don't know why I can't find the video that was on here, but basically this robot just walked down the street, and it went viral because people were like, what the hell is it doing? It says one young lady made a video, and her video went viral. All she kept saying was, wow, there's a robot on 7 Mile. That's all she said, and it went viral. So it says here, this says Cartwright, 56, was right outside of his warehouse with 11 robots and counting, testing the running speed of the whatever Unitree G1 robot. and trying to see how fast it could run until it abruptly stopped traffic. I don't know. We talk about AI and robots going to take over the world.
Yeah.
If you were, I'm not sure. I don't live in a metropolitan area, so I'm pretty sure this isn't going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
If you walked out your door right now, not right now, anytime, I guess, doesn't matter when, and you just saw a humanoid robot walking down the street, what would you be? Let's take a poll. I mean, no one's chatting in the chat, but would you be scared? Would you be excited? Would you be like questioned, like confused?
Yeah.
What would you be?
I mean, I think I would, be trying to figure out, like, what is it? Like, what company is this? Is this like a personal robot? Is this like, delivering packages for Amazon now? Like, what is this robot doing? I think I'd be more excited than
excited.
Anything.
Well, I'd be scared because unless I knew what was going on, like I don't know what they would be doing. It's like iRobot or
I would. My first instinct would not be like, this robot is here to take over the neighborhood. Like, I need to go and get some extra RAM for it to eat or something. But like, I would assume that it's doing the job of that the humans told it to, at least for a little while first.
What comes to mind for me, and I don't know if this comes to mind for you, but it's not so much like iRobot or T2. It's this.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna walk down the street and my whole family's got to fight these things off because it's coming to life.
Can you imagine?
Good movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since we've watched it, but yeah, I remember that. That was a good one.
It just popped up out of in just talking about this. But this was brought up by Sam in our chat, and I think you mentioned this too. So I'm not a hardcore gamer. I do jump on Roblox once in a while with my kids. It's not very intense. I do play like Doom Eternal and Cyberpunk 2077. And what's interesting, I'm off the side here. So I got this monitor right here. You can see that's that Intel Arc computer I built, and I've run Cyberpunk 2077, Doom Eternal. Every game is optimized better, and everything is run amazing. But you know what doesn't run amazing? Roblox. It is choppy, and I went to the settings and set it to like 120 frames per second or 60, and it was choppy and slow.
Really? Because that's what my daughter literally has sitting right here, and that's the only thing she plays anymore is Roblox. And
with the Arc, same card.
Yep, B5A.
So it hasn't been turned on in a while, so I was doing a bunch of updates, and the last update it said was like 7 or 621, and it just kept saying already installed. Don't worry about it, but it keeps giving me a warning there's an update. It's the weirdest thing. So I don't know. But either way, that's the kind of gaming that I do. It's not always intense. I do have a Anbernic. I don't know what the model number is. Basically, it looks like a little handheld, and it plays a bunch of retro games. We talked about Game Boy. You have a Chromatic?
I do. Yep.
So
it's upstairs
obviously,
right now.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that. No. But I grew up. I kind of remember the Atari very briefly, but that's about as far back as I go. And you can probably figure out where I'm going with this.
I can. Yep.
A company named the Commodore 64 has released their first, I guess, computer in over 30 years. And I'm thinking in 30 years, that would what 1995?
Been a while, yeah.
They had a computer in 1995?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess they may have. The 90s was what? The x86 era, like 486, 386? Maybe. I don't know. Either way, this is not like your typical throw together, we're just going to do retro gaming. It's no software emulation. This faithful recreation of the original motherboard runs on an AMD, we talked about this, Artrix 7. I don't know what the FPGA is.
Yeah, that's got to be some just specialty chip they made for this.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not a powerhouse, but it's going to be called the Commodore 64, and they're going to have different versions. You can pre-order it right now for $299, and I think they go up to $499 for the Ultimate, and it's in gold. And this picture you see here with this like translucent look, it's actually the mid-range one, I believe. There is a video. I haven't watched the video. Have you seen this video?
I have not. Just again, because I'm not insanely interested.
Yeah, I'm
in the Commodore 64.
Yeah, I'll just
super
play it.
Cool, but
yeah, I think it looks interesting, but I didn't play a Commodore when I was young.
Yeah,
but this is what I mean. It was popular in its day, maybe.
Yeah. Honestly, I just am more curious as to what they've been doing the last 30 years. Like, have they still been a company? Like, have they done anything in between that?
Do you think that the name was just bought and people like bought the rights?
Kind of my thought. Like,
it looks beautiful. Like it does look
super cool. Yeah.
Okay, so I enjoy retro gaming. Look at that picture of the game. I mean, do kids really want this? Because I play retro gaming, and even I get kind of bored. Like I have a Game Gear. I have like Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, Sonic the Hedgehog. What's the basketball game when you have a big head?
NBA Jam.
Yeah, NBA Jam. Like even that's like, ooh, it's like
yeah.
I don't know. Is this something?
Play it for a while.
I don't know. Are you interested in something like this?
Not really. Not typically the kinds of games that I'd be playing.
That's what I'm saying. Do people really want these older games?
I mean, there's definitely a market for it. I think I have no idea how big that market is. I don't think it's massive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And $299 isn't terrible. I mean, for $300 though, you can probably get a used Steam Deck.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, the price point to me that seems way too high. I mean,
it looks like here pre-order is starting to. Well, it's now. For your cash, you will get a device which isn't available till October. Doesn't do software emulation, but it's claimed to be compatible with 10,000 plus original games, cartridges, and peripherals. So, if you have your Commodore cartridges sitting, who the hell has these anymore? Except for like, it's like, we're tech enthusiasts, so we like nitpick phones and computers. So there are gaming. I've watched some of these retro gaming channels. Like they are huge, but is it big enough market?
I don't think so. I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's going to go very far to me. I follow a lot of retro game stuff too, like just social media. It's become a much bigger part of the content that I consume recently, and there's not a lot of Commodore 64 content out there.
No. I don't even see Atari content. Honestly, it's mostly like GameCube, all the Game Boy stuff. Which I was never a Nintendo guy myself. Like I had a Nintendo and I have a Switch, but I was more of a. You know what company I would like to see come back? Actually, a couple companies. I would like to see Atari come back because they're still around. I think they still make games.
They do still make games. They just released their recreation of Missile Command.
Oh,
like a week or two ago.
Yeah. Atari, Sega. Man, they were a powerhouse today. And I get it. To bring back another, it's like in the U.S., Samsung and Apple dominate the mobile scene. So it's hard for any other company to even make. I mean, Google's got a limited amounts of money, but nothing. I keep bringing nothing up. But, they're a small company. They don't have that reputation that those companies have. So for Sega to come back and say, hey, we're going to make a new console, it's going to blow. It might blow away Sony and Xbox, but is it going to make a splash? No.
Yeah, no.
What Sega exclusives? I mean, it's all about exclusives too,
Yeah, especially in this day and age where there's a lot of like talk around the gaming industry that like this might be the last generation of consoles. Like, period.
What do you mean?
There's so many people going to just PCs and that kind of hardware. Like, it would probably be so much more financially in everybody's favor just to make phone apps. Like they could make the same games run on your phone and make so much more money than have to sell these consoles at, because as far as the consoles go, these companies aren't making money on the consoles. Hopefully they're breaking even. Yeah, they're making their money on the games.
Steam isn't making money on the games necessarily. Well, I guess they would, but I shouldn't say they're not making them off the hardware. They're making money off the software.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
But doesn't Xbox have like a streaming thing too?
Yeah, exactly.
So I know Stadia failed, but Stadia was way ahead of the game.
Oh, 100%. They were too far ahead.
I think that that's one of the nails in the coffin.
Yeah.
I mean, I think streaming, PC gaming, but handheld gaming is making a comeback too. But we got Steam Deck. We've got the Ace. I mean, everyone makes one now. And these chips are getting better. The new AMD Strix with AI, 395, whatever it is.
Yeah. That
mobile GPU is it's jaw-dropping.
I think you're going to see a handful of things like the Switch, like the Asus ROG Ally, the Xbox Ally. You're going to see
Xbox even has their own Quest.
Yeah. You're going to see stuff like that, but then you're also, I think you're going to start seeing more stuff like that, but it's just the screen. It's going to be fully streaming. We're getting to a point where, or just, I'll have a little box in my house so that I can stream stuff from that, but it doesn't do anything else other than stream to this $50 handheld controller thing that I have.
Yeah,
Wii
AMD,
U controller.
I don't know about Intel, but I know NVIDIA and AMD are leading the charge of these superpower processors with GPUs built in. And I know I'm not saying Intel's bad by any means, but I see more of it with AMD.
They're just
they've
not
got
as
a few
focused on it.
Yeah, they're a little bit behind, but like the Intel Arc series, they were terrible. They weren't as good. I hate to say the word terrible. They weren't as good when they first came out, but the new ones, they're powerhouses. So I think you're right. I think we're going to see, but that's a total opposite side of the spectrum, because what we're looking at here is 120 megabytes of DDR2 RAM. And that's that's megabytes.
Oh yeah, no, this is like true to form. We're recreating this device.
And if you don't know what that means, that's nothing. That is definitely like back in the day, like 120 megabits of DDR2 memory is probably back that time was probably expensive. $500 probably now, whatever.
Yeah,
it does 1080p, 50 hertz, 60 hertz, obviously here in the US. It's got an HDMI port, which is nice. So I think if you do have some of these things around, you want to play them on an HDMI cable.
You got them. You got to, update it to be actually able to plug
I don't know if I'm sold
stuff.
on this yet.
No, I think it's too expensive. Again, who are you? You're not going to get anybody but the hardcore people who are ready for this. Who's just going to shell out $299 for the worst version of this?
You're right, but
just,
I think
to give it a try.
Well, and it's $299, and it goes up. So, and I was looking, when I was looking at the pre-order site, I was trying to think. Well, the $500 one's probably a hell of a lot better. I think it's just a look. I think they only changed the look, which is cool. And I think the gold one is like autographed. But do I want a Commodore 64 CEO autograph or whatever it's going to come with? I can't remember, but I don't know. I guess if you're a true fan and you keep it in the box and never open it, it could be an investment, right? You know what I think will sell? You're looking at the pre-order, aren't you?
And I'm not impressed.
Let's go to the complete opposite side of the spectrum. We talked about this, and I know you didn't really seem too enthralled, but so on the opposite side of the gaming spectrum is this thing called the Next Playground. Okay, this is a Prime Day thing, so this is a little bit old. So I was seeing this device popped up on my TikTok and social media, Facebook, whatever. Look how small that is. It's a motion controlled console. That's the entire thing right there. There's no controllers, no nothing. So basically what it is a Microsoft Kinect without it's not radar, but whatever sensors they use, it's basically just a camera. Yeah. So it's normally $250, and you can grab one for $189, $60 often when they first came out, they were only $199, so they must be getting some press, so they're raising the price. It comes with 5 games, but they require a 3 to 12 month subscription service to get access to all the games. Now, it's $100 cheaper than the Commodore. Okay,
it's true.
I don't know the specs. It doesn't say
my
much
kids
about
would
the specs.
probably play with it for longer.
Yes. So if you have kids, it's got Fruit Ninja, a Beat Saber like dance game. It's got like, I know this is big for you, Devin. Peppa Pig, Sesame Street, Barbie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All things we would play.
Now this is kid friendly, so there's no violence, no cussing, no profanity. It says it's kid safe plus COPPA. I don't know what the heck all that means, but it can also be used offline. But my thing with this is, if I spend $199, let's say I get it for $199, and I spend $50 a year, am I going to get more usage out of a NEX Playground or a Commodore? And I'm talking about, I shouldn't say me, my family.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got kids, 100% this. 100%.
I almost bought it when it first got released, but I was like, is this going to be one of the, what was that console that came out that was all online that failed? It was similar to this. It was a box, and it had a controller. Shoot. Either way, it was one of those Kickstarter things, I think it was initially, and I'm thinking, this is not going to make it. And what's funny is, what spawned me to look into this was, this popped up on my feed from The Verge. It was actually at Sam's Club. They actually had it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the price was. Have you seen one of these in any stores?
Oh, no. Huh.
Now, I don't know if Costco has it. I don't have a Costco close to me. I know. That's bad where I live. I don't even have a Costco close to me. But I think
the biggest problem with this is that it's just going to get old. This is obviously going to need standard, or it's going to need updates. It's going to need its own games to play, right? You can't just pop in your copy of, whatever game you just bought and play it on this. So it's going to need continued support. That's why they're doing the subscription model. But
yeah,
how many people are going to keep?
Oh, I don't know if I read it on here, but it listed how many games were even available, and there wasn't maybe 50 total. Yeah. My thing is, if you stop paying, you lose access to that. So you only get 5 for free. And the thing is, it's like, its prices seem high. It's like the Playdate. Have you ever seen the Crank Playdate? I have one. I love that thing.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
But it's definitely not worth $200. I shouldn't say that. It's worth it. It's hard to explain. Like, on the surface, it's not worth $200. This NEX Playground is not worth $200. The hardware is probably nothing. It's probably a very basic ARM processor running nothing, but they implement it in a way that people can use it, and that's where the Playdate. They kind of associate it with that. My thing is same with you. Is I'd rather have this than the Commodore, just because I have a family. I don't think my oldest kids would be too happy about it, but if they implement like some workout stuff, which I think I've seen some stuff about that.
Sure.
And they can indulge some adult stuff, I think it might actually do pretty well. So, I don't know. That's... I just thought I'd bring that up. I don't know why I just happened to bring...
That's an interesting one. I am... The thing to me is none of this, camera games... dancing in front of a camera has lasted for very long.
No.
Anytime that somebody brings it out. But the problem is that people keep bringing it out. The Switch 2 just launched with a camera. And they're going to be doing stuff like this. So I don't know. Maybe Nintendo knows something that we don't. But
I think the technology is... I know it's there. It's just not implemented right. The Kinect was way ahead of its game. Yeah. Or ahead of the times, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it either. Especially with the Switch 1. You can strap those damn controllers to your legs and do Just Dance. My daughter was doing it for a long time. Mm-hmm. Same with the Wii and everything else.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Wii, I did pull up my Wii U. And you probably can't see, but there's a shelf right here. I've got all my Wii U games. That's the only Nintendo product I bought since the Switch, and I used to love the Wii U, but anyways.
Yeah, those were good consoles.
I'm going to do some bad news now.
Uh-oh.
So if you're ready.
Now that Darren's here.
Well, it was already bad once he chimed in, but, you know. At least we can't do Mac and Me, right?
That is good.
I will not show a clip of Mac and Me. So
this would be the perfect story to do it with. Yeah.
I don't want to get too political, and this is not political at all. So if you're listening, do not jump out. It's not political. But we know Elon Musk is a trillionaire, right? He does SpaceX, which is doing great. He runs Tesla. That I have a Tesla, but the stock goes up and down. So there was a thing on X. He's got an AI bot or AI named Grok. Is that how you say it? Grok?
That's how I would say it. Yep.
So there were some posts on X where he was saying Grok was doing some anti-Semitic, posts, and I don't know where I was watching. They read some of these. Holy crap, they were bad. They were bad. Like Grok was like nonchalant about it.
Oh yeah.
And of course, people said, "Oh, remember when he did the Hail Hitler?" You know, whatever. So ha ha ha, whatever.
Yeah.
So he supposedly they made a release saying, "Hey, we're going to take these posts down." I think this is what we're going to see. It's not just Grok. It's not just Elon Musk. It's all AI. They're going to make mistakes, and if they're learning, they're being informed by something. Okay, but either way, I want to ask you. First off, there's a lot of AI out there.
Oh yeah.
What were your thoughts when you saw, or if you heard about this? Were you like, "Oh, here we go again," or was like, "Oh my God, this is terrible," or what?
Two things. Okay. First, is this kind of stuff going to happen? Yes, 100%. Right. Second, how many times does this have to happen before one of the biggest companies in the world tells their AI to not very, very specifically do not become pro-Nazi? Like, how difficult is this, guys? Like, I get it. Stuff like this is going to happen. People are going to test the limits of AI.
What?
Sometimes
Elon Musk
you
isn't
can't
stupid.
Control it.
He's got robots. He's got Tesla. He's got. They're not. This isn't something that he just said.
Like,
oh,
yeah. Like, how many times? Like, this story came out 10 years ago when what was it? Microsoft ran some AI chatbot that went super pro-Nazi after reading the internet for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like, how many times does this have to happen before you put in that specific, like, can we write that one line of code that says, under no circumstances will you become pro-Nazi? Like
I don't think it's that simple. I don't think you can just enter a line of code, because if it's a learning code, it's going to overwrite itself.
I don't know.
Here's where it gets scary. So, like I said, I have a Tesla. I'm not bragging, because the way I look at it, where I live now, there's not a whole lot of Teslas and EVs in general. Yeah. It's more rural. It's like people actually kind of look at you funny. But like when I go to bigger cities, they're like a dime a dozen. Like they're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And
when we went out to San Francisco,
oh my God, they're everywhere.
It was probably, I mean, 5 out of 10 cars were Teslas, and then 3 of the rest of the 5 were Waymos or other EVs.
Yeah,
there were so many. Yeah.
Well, what makes it worse is a couple things. So we know that, at least in the U.S., Trump has signed this big bill, and he's pulling out, rebates for EVs and solar power. So there's going to be a pullback on EVs here in the U.S., more than likely, just because tax credit's not there. I hope it doesn't kill it off, because I want the choice. I love gas engines. I love working on gas engines, but I like to have choice. Just like with cell phones, I like to have choice.
For sure.
But here's what's interesting. Grok is going to be available in every Tesla. And what I've read somewhere was, I think any car purchased after a certain date, like May or June of this year, already has it. And then there's a software update coming out. Now, it's kind of like when you get the pixel drops, you keep refreshing the updates to get it. I've been doing that with my car, and I haven't got it yet. But how would you, I want to ask you this question. So we know how AI works on a phone, right? Hey, generate this image for me. Hey, Gemini, you have a conversation. How does this work in a vehicle? Like a Tesla specific, I know they have probably the best self-driving out. So you're driving your car, or I'm sorry, your car is driving you. You're paying attention like you should be.
Yeah.
What are you using Grok AI for in your car?
Yeah. And I think this is going to be the problem going into the next couple of years is that the car is going to be the least weird thing that we're going to be talking about getting Grok put on.
What do you mean?
By the end of the year, we're going to have like, why does this microphone have Grok in it? Like, why does it have a Grok button on it? Why do I need that?
You think he's going to spread that far?
I mean, not Grok specifically, but like everything is going to have AI, right? Like why does my refrigerator have AI on it? Like just
well, Samsung does have a smart
exactly
fridge.
Right. Like we've been going that direction, and I have a feeling like that's going to be the new wave of it already has obviously hit phones and a lot of technology. Like that's the new wave is adding AI to it and making it smarter because of that. There's going to be a lot of tech, I think, that gets AI, and I mean,
but how are you going to utilize it in a car? Like,
I also think that
Grok, what's the weather? You're driving, you see the weather.
Exactly right. Like, I think right now it's just a fancy AI is the hot button word, right? Everybody wants AI. Yeah, that they're just renaming your voice assistant, right? Like you've already had a voice assistant in your car for the last 10 years now. They're just renaming it and giving it a different voice. I don't know.
I just thought it was interesting. I think it's cool. Like I want the update. I want to see what it can offer. I'm always excited about updates. I've never had any negative side effects of updates in my car, but I don't know. So I'm going to give you an option for
this could be the
story.
One.
Yeah, this could be the one. It's going to take over. I'm like, I'm going to navigate to work. It's going to take me to California or something back home. Yeah. Exactly. I'm going to give you an option now for our last story.
Okay.
We could talk about a mini robot or the Pixel 10 series. Neither of them are like exciting, but interesting.
I mean, honestly, the Pixel 10 is probably more exciting to me than a robot.
Well, of course you picked that one because it's kind of a negative article, but you didn't know that, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. Okay,
just ask Grok to give us a quick summary of the article. And
okay, I'm going to preface this by saying we know that the 10 Pro, Pro XL, 10 Pro Fold is going to be the next iteration of the Pixel series. And going back again, I'm bringing up nothing again. We say that's not a flagship, but we know the Tensor series chips definitely aren't flagship either, right?
Yeah.
But they consider the 9 Pro XL with the Tensor G4 a flagship, right?
I would consider it a flagship as well.
But why? Why over the nothing? Because of the cameras?
I would consider the nothing a flagship as well. To be
okay,
honest.
Fair enough. Well, here's what we know: the G4 was a bomb. I shouldn't say a bomb. I don't want to be mean. It wasn't as good. Let's just say that. Sure. But overall, for the most people, the phone worked just fine, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we already got some Geekbench scores, which we know we love those, of the Tensor G5 that's going to be coming up in the Pixel 10 Pro.
Yeah.
Middling performance. So looking at this, it says here it scores 2,276 and 6,173. So that's single core, multi-core. In comparison, the Snapdragon 8 Elite does over 3,000 and 9,000, and Dimensity does about the same. So I gotta ask you, if these are true, have you been a Pixel fan? Are you a Pixel guy? Do
yeah,
you like
I actually really like the Pixel phones. Before this phone, I had a Pixel.
Yeah.
My wife has the 9 Pro XL. My daughter is still using our old 6 Pro. That's what she.
So my coworker does that too. He's got a 6 Pro. His wife's got a 6 Pro.
Yeah.
I think he got his daughter a 6 Pro, but he got his youngest like a stylus, like the motor stylus. It was free or whatever.
Yeah.
And my wife uses the 9, not the 9 Pro, but she uses the 9, the pink, the core. I'm sorry, coral.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to keep people from buying it?
No.
Or is it just a tech guys thing?
Yeah, this is a tech bro thing, because who uses all of that power anyways? Are you going to notice that if you put the phones side by side and you open your regular apps and you do your things, are you going to notice a difference in them?
Yes, because, and this is what people don't understand. Nothing Phone 3, any of these lower mid-range processors, I shouldn't say lower, any of these Tensor G5, it's all about software optimization.
Yeah.
So if you ever use a Nothing 3A or a CMF phone 1 Pro or 2 Pro, yes, they're not Snapdragon Elite, but they're such well optimized that they blow. They punch above their weight class.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what Pixel separates Pixel away, and kind of Nothing. I keep bringing Nothing up because they've been like punched a bunch this week.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where people are saying they're going to go out of business, which whatever. I think it's all about software, and I think Google leads the way. I mean, they are a software company first. People, like I had people say, "Oh, my iPhone's faster." Good for you. What are you using it for? What are you using all that power for?
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing games. I can play games too. I don't know. Are you excited for this phone?
Kind of. I have a feeling we're gonna get at least one.
Hold on. Now you said that you are a folding guy. You could see yourself using. No, let me say it. You could see yourself using a folding phone.
I could see getting a Flip just to try it out.
A Flip. I'm sorry. Okay, because the Pixel 10 Pro Fold looks like an interesting choice as well.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I need one. I don't think
you don't think you utilize it for the money you pay. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, exactly.
There's just trade-offs. Like, I love the massive battery. So all of a sudden, I would carry that around if it got me the same amount of battery. But just knowing that, like, having this folding device that just has a worse battery in it, a worse camera, I'm not utilizing the things that it's good at, the extra screen real estate. I'm not utilizing those things. It just doesn't make sense for me.
True. Yeah.
To have one. So
I don't know. I think this comes out in August. Is that correct?
They're usually like the August, September type of time.
I'm usually on it, but I've been with, Darren's not here today, but I've been really on this kick of this using phones that aren't. I like to use phones that aren't widely used. Like, everyone's got a Samsung, everyone's got a Google, everyone's got an Apple. Mm-hmm. No one really has a Nothing or a Vivo, or I just like to experiment with things that aren't mainstream, just something different. And with Android, like we said, we have that opportunity.
Yeah.
But before we close out, this is Tech Disruptors. This is our live stream and podcast. So wherever you find your favorite podcast, Darren always seems to omit this, but YouTube Music is where I listen to it. Yes, I listen to myself. I like to go back and just listen how it sounded. But good pods, any of your places you listen to pods, listen to ours. Like, share, subscribe. Like we always say. Devin, he's got his own channel. Devin Does Tech. He does have a 1,000K. You didn't change the name, right?
Not yet.
I'm waiting for it. So he's got a 1,000K stream coming up the end of this month, July 26th. 1,000 minutes, correct?
Yep. 1,000 minutes. We're giving away. We are this close to giving away $2,000 worth of prizing. There's a lot of stuff. It's going to be crazy.
Tech Disruptors are a sponsor, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, donating all of the free plays of the podcast, the whole show.
Yeah.
If you want.
Obviously, my channel 2&A Tech is sponsored. We got some gifts we're giving away, and I got to reach out to you later on. I may have something else. We won't talk about it too much, but
Okay. All right.
And they just fell. But check him out. Check his channel out. Show him some love. It's definitely for a good cause. He's raising money for barbecue
Operation Barbecue Relief.
And I looked a little bit. Yeah. It's a very good cause.
Very cool.
With that being said, you guys, I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you next Sunday at 4 p.m. Well, potentially 4 p.m. Eastern. We may change to 8 p.m. Eastern so we can get Darren in here because he gets to go on vacation to Australia. Jesus. So either way, thanks for watching. Peace out.